SportsTownChicago.com, in a league of our own.
If you stream it, they will come on SportsTownChicago.com.
6-1 in favor of St. Francis. We get play right back underway off the Olivia Saul serve, right to left over. Broncos and the Lady Broncos will now play to the back line and get it back over. We're back here on SportsTownChicago.com. 6-1 St. Francis, and now you can make it 7-1 off the kill there from Molly Haggerty. Molly Haggerty, Wisconsin bound after she completes her senior year here at St. Francis High School. Big Ten is getting a big talent in Molly Haggerty. 7-1 score now favors St. Francis. Right to left serve over from Sauls once again. Broncos now play it to the front of that. Hopping up down for that one with a nice dig by Fernandez. Sauls will get it back over the 10-foot line. They scramble for it, and a miscommunication to the far back corner by the Lady Broncos will fall for a Spartans point. Score is now at 8-1. Once again, Olivia Sauls back their serve for quite a while now for the Spartans with the standing serve right to left over to the near side. They will get it back behind the back line, the Lady Broncos, and it'll be the libero in Boyer to get it over. Almost a misplay. It's going to be a miscommunication there. Sauls had to kind of come back for that dig attempt at the far line. No one was there to help set up for it, and she thought there was somebody there, but nevertheless, no one home. Goes into the crowd out of play, and the Lady Broncos get a point as they now trail by 6 at 8-2. So it'll be serving is the libero Jocelyn Boyser left to right over to the back line. Quick back over play as that one hit off the Lady Broncos. I don't know if they saw that one coming over or not. Nonetheless, and a mistimed jump there as that was Johanna Kingsfeld who mistimed her kill attempt jump there at the front of the net as the score is now at 9-2 in favor of St. Francis as Rebecca Fernandez, the libero, gets it over right to left. Front of the net play now far side to the perch over the double block. Hit up by Fernandez, but couldn't get to it cleanly as she had to scramble for that one towards her back line. And the Lady Broncos will get the point and now trail at 9-3. Still here in the first set, best of 3 sets here in IHSA Girls Volleyball. Here with you on SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own. Back to serve on that one was Gina Capetta. Play set up there and a nice tap over there at the front of the net by Lainey Malloy, the sister of Cameron Malloy, who was also a varsity Spartans player. So makes it a 10-3 St. Francis score with the Wisconsin recruit Molly Haggerty, the 6-1 outside hitting senior serve. Right to left serve over to behind the 10-foot line as the Lady Broncos will get that one right by their bench. They punch that one back over, and it just went past the near white corner. Not sure if that stayed in or not, but it was a close play either way. And another timeout will be called by the Lady Broncos, who trail to the St. Francis Spartans by a score of 11-3. We'll take the timeout with them and coming right back for set number 1 and a whole lot more here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't go away, folks.
SportsTownChicago.com is your place for NIHL high school club hockey.
Ooh, wow.
Every goal, all of the checks, and every jarring hit. SportsTownChicago.com, in a league of our own.
If you stream it, they will come on SportsTownChicago.com.
It's an 11-3 score in favor of the St. Francis Spartans here in this first set here on SportsTownChicago.com in the league of our own. I'm Ryan Fay with you here on this Tuesday evening. Hope you're having a good evening and a good start to your week so far. St. Francis with the 11-3 serve, and it's Molly Haggerty on the right to left serve. 10-foot line play now for the Lady Broncos, set up over the double block, and it hits off of the outstretched arm there of Grace Moran playing at the back line. That'll fall for a Lady Bronco point. Score is now at 11-4. So now back to serve will be number 5, Bethany Loftus. Loftus, the outside hitting junior. Standing serve left to right over to the back line. It'll be Moran to play it up. Now play to the near side over the double block there on that kill attempt was Cameron Malloy. Lady Broncos set it now to the far perch over the double block with a dig there by Grace Moran. Near side again, set up for Cameron Malloy. Hits through the double block and it'll pinball down for a Spartans point as the Spartans now take a 12-4 lead here, or excuse me, a 13-4 lead here in this set number 1. Off that serve, it's number 10, Danielle Mesa for the Spartans. Lady Broncos now set up to the near side, and they almost tried to find the hole, but a dive there by Fernandez to keep that one alive. Cameron Malloy will set that one back over with the Spartans to settle it back down to Haggerty. Now it'll be Cameron Malloy again who punches that one over to the back line of the Lady Broncos. Far side set up now off the double block and denied there by the Spartans. Nicely done at the front of that. They're good net for Pleasance by Alexa Burns and Grace Moran at the front of that. Daniel Mesa serving now right to left over. Play at the front that falls back on the side of the Spartans, and that's going to be a Spartan point, as that's going to be a 4-hit call against the Lady Broncos, even though head coach and Steve Daljadas thought it was a reach over against St. Francis, but he's not going to get the call he wanted. As he's getting an explanation from the far side judge, as the score is now at 14-4. St. Francis trying to run away with this first set here. Right to left serve over. Lady Broncos now will set it up, coming in from the back line there. And that one will go up into the statures here as the Spartans will corral that one over. Off that setup from Fernandez. Now the Lady Broncos are now set up to the near side. Off the double, or I should say off the net with the dig by Fernandez. Now it's Mesa setting up far side over the double block off that kill attempt there from Alexa Burns. Now to the far side again off the double block. It's Cameron Malloy to keep it alive, and another punch over there. Good rally at the front of the net so far. Coming in from the back line again on the Lady Broncos, but that one will just go past the far white corner and out of play. It'll be a Spartan point, 15-4, St. Francis. Mesa mistimed her hit there of that serve. That'll be a service error. So the point will go to the Lady Broncos, who trail by 10 at 15-5. Coming into the game and serving will be Trisha Fisher, the defensive specialist junior. 71, St. Francis has the lead. Left to right serve over to Fernandez. Now to the near side. And there's going to switch to the far side. It'll be Lainey Malloy. Lady Broncos now will set up now to the near side. They set that one up for Grace Rivera, as that one will be dug up at the back line by Haggerty. Off the double block there, punched off of Haggerty to Fernandez. Now it'll be Lainey Malloy to get that one back over. Broncos, that one will go back over. They didn't want it over to the Spartan side, but it's played over anyway. Does it stay in? No, it does not, as the power kill attempt there just goes past the outstretched back line of the Lady Broncos. So they will get the point. Stays now at 15-6. Once again, we'll be back to serve. And number 2, Trisha Fisher. And tapping that one, does it stay in? Yes, it does. Playing the line nicely there at the front of the net. Getting to the near white line was Cameron Malloy, the 6-foot junior, as it's now at 16-6. So back serving for the Spartans is number 33 and Lainey Malloy. Playing out the near side front of that's punched and scoop back up over, but they're going to say it went around the net, so that will not officially count. So it will be a Spartans point. It's now a 17-6 St. Francis lead. Right to left, lob serve over to the 10-foot line. Goes right back to the Spartans, and nobody home at the back line for the Lady Broncos. They were kind of playing up more towards the 10-foot line, so that'll count for a kill in favor of Molly Haggerty, and it now makes it 18-6 in favor of St. Francis. Ball gets back in play as Lady Malloy serve. Malloy now with the right to left serve over. 10-foot line played out for the Lady Broncos. Now far side over the perch, double block with a dig there by Mesa. Now it's Haggerty to the near side for Cameron Malloy, and it stays into the far back corner for a kill. Nicely done by Cameron Malloy, the 6-foot junior. A double-digit lead here for the St. Francis Spartans here in this first set. Right to left serve over. Near side play now at the 10-foot line. That one kind of went into her own net there. Good attempt, though, by Bethany Loftus at the 10-foot line, as it's now a 20-6 St. Francis lead. Right to left serve from Lainey Malloy. Front of that play for the Lady Broncos. Near side off the double block, off to Haggerty. Mesa, far side, and that one will go to Burns. Hits off the net and the dig. Now the far side again, getting that one over the double block there was Lexi Quagla. Scramble for it by the Spartans at the 10-foot line. They punch it back over. Now the 10-foot line for the Lady Broncos at the front of that. They set it up, and it goes to the St. Francis bench. And out of play, point will go to the Spartans, and it'll make it a 21-6 lead. Lainey Malloy again, right to left over to the 10-foot line of the Lady Broncos. They quick step over there trying to fool the Spartans, but couldn't. It was Wilson to set it up, and we're going to get a net violation called, I believe, against the Spartans. So it'll be a Bronco point to make it 21-7. So serving this one out for the Lady Broncos of number 3, Annie Alzwolka. The left to right serve over to Fernandez. Mesa sets up now. Coming in with the left-handed kill attempt there was Burns. Broncos will settle it down, going to the far side, off the single block, off the hands of Fernandez, and it'll hit the Gatorade cooler and on a play. The only other thing that hit a Gatorade cooler was Sean Rodriguez's hands in the Pirates-Cubs wildcard game. And now it was a volleyball. Sorry, too soon? 21-8 the score. As the Lady Broncos now trying to build a little bit of a rally here to try to get back into the set. Hits off the net. Haggerty's right there to get it, though. Far side now for Malloy. Hits off the net with a dig there was Boyer. And they try to punch it back through the Spartans and settle it down. Near side, and that one's going to be played off the net. And as you saw Coach Daljadas there clean a towel up out of play. As that one will go over the double block, but it goes out of play. Good attempt by the Lady Broncos and a rally at the front of the net. But nevertheless, 22-8 now. St. Francis running away with his first set. Well, serving this one will be Cameron Malloy once again. You can also see at the bottom of your screen head coach Pat Kopik for the Spartans. The court's named after her. Right to left, standing serve over. Play now set up now to the far side, and we get a whistle, and it'll be a double hit call against the Lady Broncos. And that'll make it a 23-8 lead. Cameron Malloy with a lob, right to left serve over to the front of that for the Lady Broncos. They tap it back over. Fernandez goes to dig it. Now it's Mesa. Far side for Burns, punching it down, and it just goes past the far white line. It'll be a point for Montini. So that'll make it a 23-9 score now. With the Lady Broncos serving, it'll be Lexi Quagla, the outside hitting freshman. Jump serve left to right over, but it goes past the white line out of play. And that makes it 23-9. So now checking in and serving will be Olivia Sauls, the 5'3" defensive specialist senior. She comes in and serves. Sauls right to left over on the line drive serve. Hits off of the right arm there of Quagla. Didn't get it cleanly. And that is going to do it as set number 1 is taken by the St. Francis Spartans by a score of 25-9. We'll see if they try to close it out in set number 2, or can the Lady Broncos force a third and decisive set. We'll see what happens, and a whole lot more coming up next here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't go away.
It's time to kick off your career in radio or TV broadcasting. There's no better or faster way than the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Check out our website at beonair.com/Lombard or call us at 630-916-1700 to set up a tour and see all the hands-on training you can receive. The best part of the program is the job placement department that will help you find your first job in broadcasting. Just listen to what some of our recent graduates have to say about the program. Kevin Wood, Production Director, Next Media, Joliet.
My favorite part about going to the Illinois Center for Broadcasting was, first of all, I got to do everything here. For anybody looking to get into the program, I would say be ready to learn, be ready to get in here and really take your skills to another level on your own. The instructors can show you how to do it.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
SportsTownChicago.com is your place for NIHL high school club hockey.
Ooh, wow.
Every goal, all of the checks, and every jarring hit. SportsTownChicago.com, in a league of our own.
If you stream it, they will come on SportsTownChicago.com.
You love sports, you have drive and determination, but you need skills to work in sports broadcasting. Hey, this is Herb Lawrence. I'm here to tell you how to get those skills, just like I did at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard. Get hands-on training for a career in radio, TV, or digital media. Learn to be a host, producer, or shoot and edit video. With internships, job placement assistance, and affordable tuition, you can get started with a new career at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting. Enrolling now. Go to beonair.com/score. That's beonair.com/score.
Welcome back here on SportsTownChicago.com. We're here at St. Francis High School in the Spyglass Athletic Center, the Coach Pet Kopik Court, as it's the St. Francis Spartans here in IHSA Girls Volleyball taking on the Montini Lady Broncos. If you're just tuning in, set number 1 was taken by the St. Francis Spartans by a score of 25-9. Both teams have switched sides, and we're about to begin set number 2. With both teams having switched sides, it'll be the St. Francis Spartans on your screen going left to right, with the Montini Lady Broncos going right to left. As you can see on the right side of your screen, it'll be the Lady Broncos in their road black jerseys with maroon trim and numbers, and their libero today is in the road white jersey. That'll be in Jocelyn Boyer. While the St. Francis Spartans, that'll be on the left side of your screen, they're in their home black jerseys with blue trim and white numbers, with the libero number 2, Rebecca Fernandez, in the neon green jersey. So once we get play officially underway, it'll be the Lady Broncos to begin serving for this second set. Let's see if the Lady Broncos can force a third and decisive set, or can the St. Francis Spartans close it out in a straight 2. We'll see what happens. Back to serve, and starting this one is number 3, Annie Alzwolka, and we're underway. As the Spartans will set that one up, and just behind the back line, it'll go out of play, and the Lady Broncos get on the board first off of that attempt. It's 1-0 Montini. And Alzwolka, the sophomore defensive specialist, serving right to left over. That hits off the hands of Fernandez, who thought about letting it go, but nonetheless they did anyway. It'll go to Haggerty, who bumps it back over at the 10-foot line for the Lady Broncos. And that one is going to hit off of the hand there. I believe if she let that one go on Boyer, that might have been a Lady Bronco point, but it did hit off of her right extended hand as she was going down to the ground for it. Nevertheless, we are tied at 1. Olivia Sauls, the senior defensive specialist, gets it over left to right. Now to the near side, getting that one over is Quagla. Sauls the back line to keep it in play. Near side for Haggerty off the double block, and that one's going to be punched up in the air. Coming off of the ground there at the back line was Bethany Loftus, and Molly Haggerty. Could you hear the wind on that kill attempt? Yes, you probably could. Molly Haggerty showing why she is Wisconsin Badger bound, and it's 3-1 to St. Francis. My apologies, 2-1. Once again back serving is Olivia Sauls. Sauls with the standing serve left to right over. At the far side, they get it back in play and get it over the single block. It'll be set up for Fernandez at the 10-foot line. She'll set it up for Haggerty. Hits off the double block and off the hands of Boyer and out of play. So Haggerty will get the kill, and it is now 3-1 in favor of St. Francis. So once we get the ball back in play, Olivia Saul serving once again. Again, they do not have Allie Heffertape, who is out with a right broken elbow. Here comes the Saul serve left to right over. Far side play at the front of that, tapping it over the double block there was Brianna Crouch. As Fernandez will punch that one over, nobody home at the side, and the head coach for the Montini Lady Broncos, Steve Daljadas, really not liking the fact it was not called for a double hit off the hands of Fernandez. That Coach Daljadas is not pleased with that one on the sideline. 4-1 St. Francis will continue back play. He pleaded his case, but he was not able to win it. Left to right serve going to the back line for the Lady Broncos to scramble, and they'll bump it back over. It'll be going to Haggerty. Now set up and punching that one over there. Good attempt at the front of the net by Hannah Denny. Over the double block, and did it deflect off the double block? No, it did not. So the St. Francis Spartans will get the point, and they now lead it in this second set at 5-1. So Saul's back serving. Today, they're the defending state champions as well. As the Lady Broncos set up now to the near side through the double block, it's a dig by Sauls. Now to the far side, they set it up for Haggerty. Off the double block and back to the Spartans it goes. It'll be Burns to set it up for Fernandez, who bumps it back over, as they wanted to look like for Haggerty, but they couldn't get to her. Over that double block, way behind the back line and out of play. Off the hands there at the far side by Brianna Crouch, one of the few seniors on this team. There are 3 seniors overall on this team. She is one of the 3. As she sets that one behind the back line out of play, that makes it a 6-1 score in favor of the Spartans. Saul's now left to right over. It'll be dug up there by the libero and Boyer. Now to the near side over the double block. It's picked up by Fernandez, diving out for that one. They'll set up for Haggerty at the 10-foot line to bump it over. Front of the net play now for the Lady Broncos. Set up now to the near side. Off the single block, kept alive there at the hands of Mesa. They set up for Haggerty again, and she finds the wide open space right behind the 10-foot line. Molly Haggerty with another kill, and it's 7-1 St. Francis. Saul serving once again. Left to right serve over. Front of that play for the Lady Broncos. They punch it over with a dig by Fernandez. Now it's Mesa. Set it up for Haggerty again, but is answered by the double block there at the front of the net, as it was Crouch and Capetta at the far side there to make it a 7-2 score now. So serving this one now, going back and serving will be Lexi Quagla, the outside hitting freshman. And that one just stayed in as well. That'll be a service ace there for the Lady Broncos. And it's now 7-3. Sauls let that one go, thinking it went out, but it did stay in indeed. Here comes the serve once again from the Lady Broncos. That one will go behind the back line. Sauls let that one go, and that call went her way. So it makes it an 8-3 score in favor of the St. Francis Spartans, as coming into the game now for the Lady Broncos will be number 20, Maddie Pickering, the freshman defensive specialist, now checking in. Has taken a seat will be Lexi Quagla. It's now back serving is Grace Moran, and that one goes way out of play to the far back corner. That's a service error on the side of Moran. So the Lady Broncos now trailing only by 4 now by a score of 8-4 here in the second set. It'll be the libero and Jocelyn Boyer to serve. Right to left serve over. That'll be bumped up back to the Lady Broncos. It wasn't hit cleanly, but it still went over. Now to the near side, over the double block. Hits off the hands of Haggerty. And aiming for her on that one was Bethany Loftus, and she won that battle. Not very often are you going to win a one-on-one battle against Molly Haggerty. But nonetheless, that was won there by the junior. So it'll be Boyer now right to left serve over. It'll hit off the hands of Fernandez, front of that Mesa. Set it for Haggerty again, and she redeems herself on that one with a thunderous kill there to make it 9-5 St. Francis.
Fernandez to serve.
Her team is up here in this second set. Hearing that play over the double block with a dig by Fernandez. Goes to Moran. Set up now to the far side for Danielle Mesa, who finds the hole at the 10-foot line to make it a 10-5 St. Francis lead. So now it'll be Fernandez once again back to serve. They're up by 5 and hopefully close this one out in 2 straight sets. Jump serve left to right over. And it'll hit off the hands there of Boyer, Hit off of her left arm and out of play. Didn't get to that one timing-wise. She kind of got to it a little bit late in the air. That's the late deflection off of her arm and out of play. Fernandez with the left to right serve over. Front of the net play now for the Lady Broncos, who punch it back towards the back line. And it does stay into the back line. It did just touch the tape. And Coach Pat Kopik on the sidelines does nod her head at that one, saying that it was the right call. So the Lady Broncos now trail by 5 at 11-6. Now the right to left serve over to Fernandez, who dives for it, but as it goes over. Now to the near side, the Lady Broncos set it up, but it's answered by the double block of Mesa and Haggerty. Haggerty will go back to serve with her team now up by 6. Score now at 12-6. I want to thank you for tuning in on Sports Down Chicago. Left to right serve over from Molly Haggerty now. Front of that play now for the Lady Broncos, set up to the near side. Through the double block, and it pinballs down for a Lady Bronco point. Getting that one, give credit to Allie Nicholson, the junior outside hitter. Makes it a 12-7 score now with the Montini Lady Broncos trailing by 5. And back serving will be Bethany Loftus. Loftus now with the jump serve right to left over. Front of that play from Mesa, who kind of tricks the Lady Broncos there and just scoops it over herself at the 10-foot line and makes it a 13-7 Spartans lead. So now back serving. Running serve left to right over. 10-foot line play set up now to the far side at the front of that over the double block with a dig by Mesa to Haggerty. Haggerty now will set it up to the far side. Off that kill attempt there was Jessica McCall. Now coming in from the back line there and kind of hits off the neck area there of Danielle Mesa. It stays up and play though for the Spartans to get over. That'll be the libero and Boyer. Far side over the double block to the dig Fernandez. Mesa punches it over, trying to go to the far back corner. Couple dives for it there, and it goes back over again. Over to Fernandez. Mesa setting it up off the net. Kept alive by the Lady Broncos, who punch it over. It goes to Haggerty to bump it up. Far side from McCall. And it stays in for a St. Francis point. The long rally won there by St. Francis, but you got to give credit to the young core of the Montini Lady Broncos to stick with a well-tested and battle-tested varsity Spartans team. Now at the front of the net there, Spartans win the battle, but the Lady Broncos keep it alive. Mason now will set it up, coming in for Haggerty, who punches it over. 10-foot line dig there by Gina Capetta. That one will get bumped back over the 10-foot line to go to Haggerty. Now it's Mesa. Far side from McCall. Cross-court kill stays in. Jessica McCall with the kill there. And that makes it a 15-7 St. Francis lead here in set number 2. First set taken by St. Francis by a score of 25-9. Left to right serve there from Mesa. Front of the net play, near side for the Broncos. It's off the net and down. Playing the net there to her advantage was Lexi Quagla, the freshman outside hitter. And they will get the ball back to serve as they trail by 7 at a score of 15-8. So serving this one now will be the junior defensive specialist in Trisha Fisher. Fisher now with the standing serve right to left over to Haggerty. Mesa will set it up. To the near side it goes for Lainey Malloy. And that one will fall as no Broncos could get there right away. They were scrambling for that one. So it'll be a point for the St. Francis Spartans, who now lead at 16-8. I want to thank our director, Tim Helms, and our camera helping out here and assisting in tonight's broadcast. On SportsTownChicago.com, brought to you by the Illinois Media School, formerly the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin. And that kill attempt there hits off of her side of the net for Allie Nicholson. Did not get it over. It'll be a point for St. Francis. Now it's 17-8. And a timeout will be called by head coach, and the Lady Broncos will take the timeout with them. It's 17-8 St. Francis. If they win the set, they win the match. And if the Lady Broncos win this set, we'll have a third and decisive set. We'll see what happens coming up next right here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Hey, Chicago, what's going on? It's Rufio, and I have a question for you. Do you think you have what it takes to work in TV or radio? If you do, then check this out. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is where you get hands-on experience and behind-the-scenes training from the industry's top professionals. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting gave me the tools for a career in radio, and they could do the same for you. For more information, go to beonair.com/career. Classes are just 3 days a week, so enroll now at beonair.com/career.
Back here on SportsTownChicago.com here in this second set. St. Francis 17, Montini Lady Broncos 8. Left to right serve over as we get play back underway. At the front of that for the Lady Broncos, it does deflect off the block at the front of the net. So the Lady Broncos will get the point and now trail by 8 as the score now is at 17-9. So with the Lady Broncos getting the ball back to serve for Montini will be number 3, Annie Alzwoka. Left to right serve over now to the near or far side, for Haggerty, who punches it over. Good dive at the 10-foot line there for the Broncos. Now it'll be set up for Fernandez. Far side play and the kind of a wind-up kill there as Helen's going to be pushed back over, but it's going to be a point for Montini as that'll be a double hit call against the Spartans and Hannah Denny at the front of the net there. Score is now at 17-10. Right to left serve over. Mason now will set up to the near side for Hannah Denny again off the double block, but it'll be picked up by Boyer. Front of the net play over the double block, but he goes out of play behind the St. Francis back line. Montini thought it was deflected, and they plead their case, but they are not going to win it. And that's her official warning. A warning has been issued to head coach Steve Daljadas, and the silent, he's going to be issued a yellow card. Steve Daljadas will be issued a yellow card and will have to sit down for the remainder. Not very often do we see yellow cards given out here in high school volleyball. That has just happened. Steve Daljadas will have to sit down as that one will hit off the own net on the side of Olivia Sauls. And it will fall for a Lady Bronco point as they now trail by 7 at 18-11. So it'll be Lexi Quaglo right to left serve over. It hits off of Sauls. Recovering for that one there was Burns. And now it's Mesa to just bump it over. Playing out of the near side. Set up over the double block. Hit off the hands of Fernandez and down. And the Lady Broncos not going away quietly just yet. They only trail by 6 now, trying to build a little rally here. As it'll be Quagla back to serve. The freshman, mentioning her name a lot here tonight. One of the few bright spots we've seen from the Lady Broncos here so far in this match. Now to the far side, set up for Haggerty. Off the double block, kept alive by the Lady Broncos, who set it back up to their 10-foot line and get it over to Fernandez. Now it's Mesa for Haggerty once again over the double block, and it hits off the hands of number 3 and Annie Alzwoka. And almost a miscommunication with Burns to recover. Set up now for Haggerty, who has to kind of run backwards to get it. Hits off the hands there of Boyer. Played near side to get it over there was number 5 and Loftus. And coming down with that one was Molly Haggerty on the kill. After the long rally, Haggerty comes down with that one with an exclamation point to make it 19-12. So it'll be Grace Moran coming into the game now for Alexa Price. Back to serve is Moran. Left to right over. Lady Broncos now will set up to the far side. As coming over for that one was number 5 in Loftus. And that one, look out there, is going almost towards her own bench there, with Saul's almost colliding with some of her players there as well. So the ball will go to the Lady Broncos to serve, who trail by 6 now at 19-13. So here comes the serve there from Boyer. Almost a miscommunication there as Mesa gets it over to Haggerty. Front of the net play now for the Lady Broncos, who punched over with the dig for Fernandez. Now it's Mesa who screens that one back over, but it's picked up by Boyer. Now to the far side again, kicked away by Haggerty, and a punch back over by Moran. Front of the net play for the Lady Broncos goes on the side of the Spartans, but we get a whistle, and a 4-hit call will go against Montini. So St. Francis will get the point, and now they are 5 points away from taking the match. Score is now at 20-13 in this second set. Fernandez with the left to right serve over. At the front of the net there, Molly Haggerty bringing the hammer down. Thor would be jealous of that one, 21-13. I don't know what was more exciting, that kill or the Star Wars trailer that was unveiled last night. Pretty close. Fernandez with the serve left to right over. That'll be the libero and Boyer to keep it alive. Now the near side, almost a misplay there, but the Broncos get it over. I mean, Moran setting up for Laney Malloy. But the dig there by Boyer keeps it alive for the Lady Broncos, who go to the near side, but answered by the double block, but out of play it goes. So off the double block there of Moran and Haggerty, it goes out of play. Lady Broncos get the point, now trail by 7 at 21-14. Substitution now for the Lady Broncos is coming in will be Allie Nicholson. Nicholson is the junior outside hitter. Right to left serve over, over to Sauls. Front of that play for Mesa. Far side set up for Laney Malloy, hits off the double block to Fernandez. Now to the near side for Haggerty. And she finds the hole at the 10-foot line and just punches that one down, as it's now at 22-14. Molly Haggerty, the Wisconsin-bound player, going back to serve. Right to left over. Front of the net play, now to the near side. It was that one to be Nicholson, now to Fernandez. Mesa just tapped that one back over, almost confusing the Lady Broncos. Now to the near side again. Hits off the double block and out of play. Good play there at the near side at the front of the net by Bethany Loftus. Mentioned her name a couple times here in this set, getting some couple of nice things done at the front of the net. Her net front presence really working well here in this second set. So with that point, it's 22-15. Loftus on the right to left serve over. Coming in for that one from the back line and getting that one down there was Jessica McCall. Danielle Messa to serve. Messa with the left to right serve over. Front of that play for the Lady Broncos, going over to the far side, trying to find a hole, hits off the hands of Haggerty, and it'll go back to Fernandez to just get it one back over. 10-foot line play now set up now to the near side. Off the neck, stays in play over to Mesa. Burns sets up for McCall, off the double block, out of the outstretched hands, as getting that one is Loftus, and back over it goes to the side of Haggerty. Mesa setting it up for Lady Malloy, but a nice dig there by Boyer. Off the double block, scrambling for it there, and it'll fall. Boy, Lady Broncos point. That makes it 23-16. Taking one last look at that one. As you see them get the play back over here, and we're watching the replay right on your screen. As coming down, look at the nice dig there. That was a good dig by Boyer, and that one goes off the double block and out of play. So a nice play there by the Lady Broncos as they now trail only by 7 at 23-16. Play now to the near side, and that one, too much mustard on that one by McCall. And that one goes out of play, and the Lady Broncos now back within 6. 23-17 the score. A much improved second set here from Montini. Right to left serve over. It'll go to Burns, to Mesa. Near side for Laney Malloy, who punches it over. As getting that one barely there was Loftus. She kind of almost had to be out of her reach for that one, as she's at the back line and get it up now. Near side for Quagla. And that one will be let go by Fernandez, and it'll be set and a match point coming up. 24-17, St. Francis. Laney Malloy to serve for the set and the match. Looking to go to 31-3. Left to right serve. Front of the net play, near side, over the double block, dig by Laney Malloy. To Burns, who tried to smack that one down and over, but could not. Lady Broncos get the point, 24-18. Annie Oswolka will check in now to serve for Montini, who trail by 6. They're trying to stay alive here in this second set. Right to left over. Fernandez. Mesa setting that one up there at the hands of Hannah Denny. Stays alive to Quagla at the near side, and that one goes way out of play, and that is going to do it for the second set and the match. So the St. Francis Spartans will improve to 31-3 overall, 5-0 in conference play, as they defeat the Montini Lady Broncos here in 2 sets by scores of 25-9 and 25-18. As I mentioned at the top of this broadcast, there are a lot of young players that are going to be on the side of Montini that they want to build with going forward. As talking to head coach Steve Delgadis, he said that there's been a lot of young players that he wants to build around with going forward. He said it was going to be a bit of a transition season, but nevertheless, he likes what he's seen out of his team so far, as they now will drop to 14-16 overall in the 2015-2016 campaign. And we'll also take a look at their upcoming final regular season schedule as well, as we welcome you back into our broadcast booth. I'm Ryan Fay with you on SportsTownChicago.com. So as I mentioned, the Spartans will go 31-3 overall, while the Broncos will go to 14-16. Coming up next for the Montini Lady Broncos, coming up this Thursday, they will go to Glenbard East, while the St. Francis Spartans will be wrapping up their regular season, if I can find it here in my bunch of papers here really quickly. Nevertheless, we welcome you here on SportsTownChicago.com. We want to thank everybody for tuning in here on this broadcast tonight, as the St. Francis Spartans defeat the Montini Lady Broncos here in 2 sets. We've got a lot to do here this upcoming weekend as well. Want to just have a quick programming note as well. We've got CTW and Pro Wrestling Blitz coming up this Saturday. 2 locations here on SportsTownChicago.com, Munster, Indiana, and Joliet, Illinois. While for me, I'm actually going to be on our sister station, ChicagolandSportsRadio.com, for DePaul University Volleyball. So there's a lot of action coming on these channels this weekend. So you're going to want to stick around for that. And if you go over to Listen Live right now, you're going to have the TBD show with Wes Evans, and from 8 to 10 p.m. it'll be Steve Arendt and Devils Radio. So from all of us here at St. Francis High School, I want to thank our lovely director, Tim Helms, and our camera and production man, and Joe Zalewski. I'm Ryan Fay, signing off. Have a good night, everybody, from all of us at SportsTownChicago.com.